This is a melt class, so we're doing a gentle slow flow mixed with some yin. I find that this is just a nice way to balance out. A lot of my focus has been how we assess our energy, because when there is an overwhelming amount of forces, or there's a lot of information coming in from outside, and our energy isn't matched with it, we can actually collapse, or we feel not like collapse. Maybe you faint. I've been there. Or you just feel overwhelmed, or it's like this type of feeling because it's like it's too much to bear, right? And if this is the situation, we have to learn how to elevate ourselves and enhance our energy, so that we can kind of direct our energy in a way that we can take on what's happening on outside of us. And likewise, it can be the opposite, where maybe there's not a lot of stimulation, right? Maybe this, having to be inside all the time is creating this excess energy, right? We're so used to running around all the time that we're like, what do we do with ourselves? What do we do with ourselves? So I think it's actually quite natural to experience both sides of the spectrum. I know for myself, I've been on both sides, where it's, I've had too much energy, and also where I'm like, it's this. But the good news is we have the yoga practice, and the yoga practice is what helps us balance our energies out. So again, you can match what's coming in and meet it, and in a way synchronize. So that you can take whatever is given to you and use it to your benefit, or it creates more of like a space for you to create, or a space for you to direct your energy as you please. So when we do slow flow and melt, you're working on clearing out space in your body so that your energy can move more freely. And in the yin portion of class, this might be like a divine mirror for you, where you are feeling into places that might be really sensational, that might be really charged and light and amazing, or it could be quite the opposite, where it feels like mysterious and locked, and we have to really work our way into it with your breath. You don't have to physically force yourself. I'm not going to come over to your house and push you into anything, so don't worry. But it's up to you and your intelligence as to how you're going to navigate yourself in the practice. So that's what we're working with. It's a lot, I know. And as I say, that's why it's a lifetime practice. But we start here with 75 minutes, or we see where the night goes. So we're going to start in a nice, comfortable seat. Here we are. And again, palms up on your thighs helps you receive energy. Palms down helps you ground. So if you need energy, palms up. If you're overly charged, have your palms down. If you're in between, Yan Mudra, index and thumb connect, palms up. This is the mudra of wisdom. And you're going to close your eyes. And you're going to assess how you feel physically at this moment. Noticing where in the body it might feel a bit closed off. Noticing where in the body it might feel a bit vibrant. And that's the thing with energy, it's not black and white. There can be areas within yourself where you feel abundant and charged, and also areas of the body where you feel depleted. But that's more working into the master science of the chakras. Right now, just feel into your body with your breath. And then start to assess what's going on mentally. Are you calm? Are you overly stimulated? Is the mind racing? And now assess how you feel emotionally. And when you connect to that emotion, do you feel it in a particular space of your body? Is there an emotion that needs to be enhanced because it feels suppressed? Is there an emotion that needs to be released? And there is nothing to judge. You are just simply becoming aware of how and who you are at this given moment, and understanding that on these three levels, they always change, and you have the ability to direct your energy in a way that will serve you so that you feel harmonized, balanced, at ease. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Breathe in deep. Exhale out. Flip your palms down on your thighs. Move into Sufi grinds. So as you inhale, you come forward. And as you exhale, you curl back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, curl back. And again, Sufi grinds stem from the Kundalini tradition. I love Kundalini. But here, given that it's my class, it doesn't have to be concentrated at the hips. It can be moved in the abdomen. You can also move it into the chest and the shoulders and the head and the neck. There's this idea that you are softening your outermost layers. In a way, it's like you're melting, you're liquefying, but you are putting your effort into the place that needs a bit of enhancement. And the inhales will bring you forward, and the exhales will bring you back. The inhales enhance, draw in prana, energy. The exhales are a way of discharging and releasing. So you can use that information here and now in the class, and also off the mat in your life, knowing when you need to elevate yourself and knowing when you need to ground yourself down. Now switch the direction. You still exhale, go back. And inhale, come forward. And imagine or just feel that this breath, matched with the movement, is starting to polish up the edges inside of you. So that the energy can flow smoothly. Now start to make the circles a little bit smaller. And as you soften the movement of your physical form and you close your eyes, you can tune into your subtle body. And based on where you are moving the most in your body, you might even feel the swirling sense of energy there. And if you don't, that's okay. But now bring your awareness into your root to the base of the spine. And as you inhale, draw the energy up through the Sushumna Nadi, this main energetic channel through your spine, all the way up to your third eye. And this inhale, last clarity there at the Ajna chakra. In the exhale, it descends down and it grounds you back into the earth, into the source. Then as you inhale, you draw the energy back up to your heart space, the center that connects you on a universal level. And as you exhale, the energy descends back down to the earth. And now you draw your breath into the space between the hips, your creative center, your center of creation, also emotions and sexual energy. And you exhale, allow it to descend. Now as you inhale, you are the master. You will direct your energy, your breath, to where you need a little bit of enhancement, healing, space. Perhaps it's into a place that is mysterious, unknown. And you exhale, allow it to ground you down. And you bring your hands to your heart. Not only as a gesture of gratitude to yourself for making the time to nourish, but also as a promise that you will continue to discern with your greater intelligence as to how you direct your energy moving forward. And with that promise, we're going to send it out to the space beyond us with the sound of Om, so that the universe even holds us accountable for what we're here to do. So take a deep breath in and exhale, feel everything clear. Breathe in, sing from the heart. From here, we're going to come onto our mats. You're probably already on your mat, but you're going to come to a tabletop position, hands and knees. So you're just coming into a different perspective as to how to feel into yourself. As you inhale, you will drop the belly down for Ku. And as you exhale, you press, curling around for Katsa. And you allow your breath to guide you back and forth. And again, in my class, I always encourage creative or authentic movement. So if you feel like rolling the hips around or rolling out through the head, the neck, the shoulders, I kind of imagine that I'm like an ice cube in this shape, and then this ice cube has to thaw out and liquefy. So it has to move into all the edges. Do what you need to do, but use your breath to do it. And allow yourself to come right back in through center. And then bring your right hand just slightly underneath the face. And as you inhale, sweep your left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath the right. Lower down onto left shoulder, left ear. And then come onto the right fingertips in front of you. Keep your hips square. And as you inhale, breathe into your right shoulder and your right ribs and take a little twist. Breathing in. Exhale out. You can stay like so, or if you want to work deeper, you can reach your right arm up, turn the thumb back, wrap it around for your left hip or even left thigh, and keep breathing into right shoulder as you unwind yourself. Sweeten your breath so that you learn to breathe even in these awkward positions. Just like in life, how we have to continue to breathe to move forward, even when it gets really awkward. Safe to say these are slightly awkward times, no? Breathe in. And as you exhale, let your right shoulder drop. Send your seat back towards your heels. Wrap your right arm underneath your left. So your Garudasana, eagle wrap on the arms. Abbrev in your seat. So as you inhale, feel the elbows pull forward, up, and arch back. And exhale, bring your elbows in towards your belly button and curl into a little seed. And then inhale, you rise up, open. And exhale, you become a seed. It's like the seed of the self, your intention. And you inhale, the seed begins to sprout and it opens. You rise up. You exhale, allow yourself to come right back to center and the arms come down by the side. As you inhale, rise up onto the knees, sweep your arms up, stretch up. And exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. From here, left hand underneath the center of the face. Breathe in, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. Relax onto right shoulder. Left fingertips. Keep the hips square. And by gently pressing left fingertips into the mat, you can deepen the rotation. Feel deeper by breathing deeper. What else? If you're exploring deeper, you can always reach your left arm up, turn the left thumb back, wrap it around for the right inner thigh or the right hip. Breathe in deep. Exhale, release. Send your seat back on top of your heels. Wrap your left arm underneath the right, Garudasana, eagle wrap in the arms. Breathe in, draw the elbows forward, up, create extension. And exhale, curl and round into yourself. Breathe in, lifting up, open up and back. Exhale, curl. Once more, breathe in, lift, open yourself. Exhale, curling in. Breathe in, rise up. Sweep your arms up, high overhead. Come onto your knees and your shins. And then extend your left leg out to the side. And allow your left arm to drop down. Reach your right arm up and overhead for gate pose. Breathe into the right ribs so you start to open up. Let the breath be explorative as it navigates through you. Take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, you're going to circle your right hand down all the way around behind you towards your right foot. Doesn't have to touch your right foot. But then you reach your left arm up and drag the hips forward so you come into a stargazer pose. Breathe open through the front side of the hips, into the core, into the heart. And as you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Curl back in just as you started, and then lower your left knee down beside your right. And then breathe in, rise up onto your knees and your shins. Sweep your arms up. Step your right foot out to the side. Try to keep the foot flat. You can stretch up and exhale, arc over. Allow the right arm to drop down. And keep stretching up through the left side waist. Imagine that you're slightly pressing the left hip over towards the left side. Maybe even allow your eyes to close, your face to relax. Feel where the sensation is. Concentrate there so that you direct your energy into the place where you need to smooth it out. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, your left hand circles down and around, over towards your left foot. Reach your right arm up and back. Take a stargazer pose. Breathing in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin towards chest. Reverse, curling in. Lower the knees down. Come to sit. And now breathe in, sweep your arms up. Rise up onto the knees and the shins. You might need to pivot towards the front. Bring your hands down to the mat. Walk your knees back. Slide the hips forward. And then bend your elbows, lower down your chest and chin. From here, slither forward onto your belly. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe into the heart space. Bhujangasana Cobra. And exhale, pull the heart forward, melting down. Crawl your fingertips out to the side. Elbows point straight up. And inhale, lift up, elevate. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down. Gaze over right. Breathe in, come right back up through center. Exhale, drop your right shoulder. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, drop left. Breathe in, come back through center. Exhale, drop right. Breathe in, come right back up through center. Pull the heart forward, melt down. From here, what you're going to do is extend your right arm out to the side and the thumb is turning up, yeah? If that's too much, you can cactus the arm. From here, you're going to roll over onto your right hip. And if you wish, you can lift your left leg up and step it behind you. Main thing we're working here is opening up through the chest and the shoulder. I'll just give options to continue to explore. But again, wherever you are, if you are resonating with it, just stay there with your breath. But what you can do is you can reach your left arm up, thumb turns down, so you create internal rotation of the arm. Reach it back. You might take a hold of the top side of the left foot and begin to kick back into it. And so by kicking the foot into the left hand,
You feel a greater opening there in the chest. You also receive a nice quad release. And best of all, you get a whole new perspective of yourself. Breathe deep to where you are. Exhale out. Let go of the left foot if you have it. Just simply reverse your steps. So you're going to reach your left arm up and over towards the left. Come back onto the belly. Your left arm is extended straight out, or it's cactus. Just your choice, whatever you did on the other side. And then you roll over onto the left hip. And you can just start by pressing into right fingertips, like so. Or you lift your right leg up, you step it behind you, and continue to press. Or if you're taking the chest opener, right arm up, right thumb turns down, you take a hold of the foot, and oh yeah, you kick back into it. There's a lot of opening that's happening at the moment. So to invite greater space, make sure your face is relaxed. Whatever expression you carry on your face actually sends a message to every cell of your being. So if you have like a tense jaw or a tense grip of the face, you'll probably notice that other parts of your body start to grip as well. But when we start to relax our face, our entire body can soften. And with softening comes surrendering. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Whatever obscure position you found yourself in, just reverse the steps of how you got there. So for me, since I'm in the full thing, I reach the right arm up and back towards the front. And the right leg back on top of the left. Roll back onto the belly. We'll come into a Sphinx for a moment here. So, really nice yin posture. That's why I have my phone out, because I'm going to set a timer. So for Sphinx, you want the elbows right underneath the shoulders, and you can measure hands here, forearms there. And then just think of pulling the heart between the biceps. You can close your eyes. If you feel tension in your low back, it's an indication that you're pushing too much. So what you can do, two things. Pull your hips towards your low ribs. So a slight contraction of the low abdomen will help lengthen out through the lumbar spine. And keep pulling the heart forward, and then you can soften back down. And just close your eyes here. And draw your awareness to the space right between the eyebrows, so that you send your energy to your Ajna chakra, third eye center. As a reminder, this is the place that allows you to see clearly. Though you see beneath the veil of Maya, of illusion, you're able to connect to the truth. When you connect to the truth, again, it makes it much more simple to assess how to direct your energy.
From here, you get to see your entire being with clarity. So as you inhale, again, light up through the third eye. And as you exhale, imagine this beam of light tracing down through the back side of the neck, through the spine, crossing over the tailbone, splitting and tracing down through the back sides of the legs, into the toes. And as you inhale, you draw the energy up through the toes, across the tops of the feet, ankles, shins, knees, thighs, hips, pelvis, low belly, chest, heart, shoulders, neck, back up to the third eye. It's one long inhale. And you exhale, you trace it down through the back side of the body. And then inhale, you draw it out. Make sure shoulders aren't by your ears. This is also really nice for the digestive system. On top of tuning in to the full spectrum of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Pull the heart forward, melt down. Rest one cheek to the mat. You can bring your arms back, thumbs turn in towards the body. And again, you can pull the hips towards the low ribs and just wiggle out the hips from side to side. It might feel like a little worm or a snake. Take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Slide your hands right back up by your shoulders, tuck under the toes. Send your seat back towards your heels. In hips up high, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw the right knee into your nose. Feel the navel pull in. Flex your right foot over left thigh, figure four, downward facing dog. Guide the right knee back in space. Start to breathe open through your outer right hip as you keep guiding the right knee back. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Step your right foot wide outside of your right pinky, so you're in a nice wide low lunge. As you inhale, let the right knee bend, melt your hips down, breathe into the heart, look up. And as you exhale, straighten through your right leg, feel your outer right hip pull back. It doesn't have to be all the way straight. We're just working in that direction. And as you inhale, bend your knee, let the hips melt, pull the heart forward. Then exhale, lengthen, fold. And imagine your body is a body of water, in which it is, so that as you inhale, it's like a wave pulling forward onto the shore. And as you exhale, chin towards chest, you curl into yourself, pulling back into the ocean. Twice more. Inhale, bend your knee, hips melt, gaze up. Exhale, pulling into yourself. Fold. Again, rebend your right knee. This time lower down to the tip of the back thigh bone. Allow your left elbow to come down, your right elbow to come down, coming into Uttam Pristasana, lizard pose. In Yin, it's called dragon. So it might be why it feels a bit fiery at times. But from here, you can rock the hips from side to side if you want. And I just always suggest movement. If you are rocking from side to side, do make sure the right foot is flexed in case your right knee falls over more towards the right side. So again, you're just exploring and feeling, most likely on a deeper level than how you've been living your day so far. So that in this practice, when something comes to surface, whether it be a sensation or a place that feels a bit fascinating, you linger there. So we have the ability to heal ourselves, but our bodies, as they go on through life, they take in experiences, they take in information, it takes in knowledge, and it stores it and it compartmentalizes it within the body, both good and bad. Yeah. So at times we can store traumatic things or even just negative emotions. It doesn't have to be like a huge trauma, right? It can also be something subtle, but you can store it in your body. And this might be where it's like, a bit tight, a bit sticky. So you don't want to like jam it out. Yeah. You're not going to force anything out. But what you will do is you can kind of play with the edge. So they say in Yin, and you breathe very deep and consciously into this place so that you slowly start to extract it out. Think of it like a tapestry, and you're pulling out one little thread at a time, right? You're not destroying the whole thing at once. You've been here for a bit of time. If you want to explore deeper, a way you can do this is bring your elbows out to the side and bring your chest closer down to the mat. And if you need to cry, you can cry. Or if you need to let out like an oh sound or long exhale, do that. It's a form of discharging or of releasing. Remember to stick with it. It's quite normal for the mind to kick in at these moments. And you know, it's like the emergency light goes on where it's like, quick, get out. If there's a fire or something. The only thing that's burning out is what you no longer need. So the more you breathe, again, the more you can slowly start to spread this heat to diminish, to clear out the space. When fires are in control, again, they create a clearing. And you can control it with your breath. You're going to take a deep breath in where you are. And exhale, feel a release and maybe relief because we get to come out. So walk your hands up. Gently. I don't know what that word is. Gently shift your hips up and back. And flex to the right foot. Take a runner stretch. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe into your heart. Exhale, melt the torso down. You can take a few undulations with the spine. You can always invite subtle movement within the poses as you like. And then crawl back forward, hands to the inside of the right foot, tuck underneath your back toes. And then lift your right leg up high, three-legged dog. Circle out through your right leg. You can be like, wow, holy Toledo, my hip feels totally different. Not even popped. And lower your right foot down. Breathe and lift your left leg up high. Exhale, left knee pulls into the nose. Flex your left foot over right thigh. Figure four down dog. Guide the left knee back in space. Breathe into outer left hip. And exhale out. Step your left foot wide outside of the left pinky. You do this 5 times. Let the hips soften. Breathe into the heart, look up. Exhale, lengthen, fold. Inhale, pulling forward. Exhale, lengthen, fold. Inhale, bend your knee, hips melt, heart pulls forward. Exhale, lengthen, fold. Next time, without hesitation, lower down the back thigh bone. Come into the elbows and forearms. And rock the hips out as you like. You have a generous amount of time to explore all that lizard has to offer. Let your breath be long, deep, and smooth so that you acclimate into the position. And then with each exhale, it's an invitation to get deeper. The beauty is you don't have to force yourself. Your exhale energetically allows you to soften a bit more. You're about halfway there. So again, an opportunity to go a bit beyond your comfort zone. Just the slightest amount so that you make progress. Something that Anodea Judith says about expanding comfort zones. Her book, Charge, which is all about the energetic body. She says, you expand your comfort zone by going right to the edge of it and noticing what's there. Notice. You bring awareness to the charge, pushing up against the block, to what it feels like, to what it's trying to do, to where it's trying to move, into what wants to be expressed. With that awareness, you can examine your beliefs, release blocked actions, or express emotions, all of which serve to expand the comfort zone. Notice what's there. It doesn't have to be in lizard, it can be in any situation in life. But for now, we practice it here, so it becomes a habit if you find that this resonates with you. You take a deep breath in, gathering what came up, and you exhale, you release what you no longer need. And again, you inhale, enhance, and you exhale, release. Then you crawl your hands up, and you shift your hips back very slowly. You flex through the left foot. Come into the fingertips. Breathe in, pull the heart forward. Exhale, melt down. If you want to undulate, undulate. But the main thing here is that you're working the underside of the left leg. You take a deep breath in. And you exhale everything out. You shift your hips back forward. Tuck underneath the back toes, lift up back knee. Sweep your left leg up high, three-legged dog. Loosen up. And lower down. Come back down to your knees and your shins. Our next yin posture is going to be banana. So for banana, what you'll do, you will lie down, but it looks like this. Your right ankle will cross on top, and you take hold of your right wrist, and you arch over. So you start lying down on your back in Shavasana. And then slide your hips over towards the right a few centimeters. And then bring your feet towards the bottom left corner of your mat and slide your right ankle on top. Then reach your arms up overhead towards the top left corner. And what you can do is you can take your left hand towards your right wrist and stretch it over towards the left. So you should feel it here along the QL, the space right behind the kidney, even the side body. But as always, breathe deep where you feel it the most. Take a deep breath in where you are. And exhale out. Uncross right ankle on top of left. Bend your knees, bring your feet towards the center. Press down to the earth with your feet and shift your hips over towards the left side of the mat. Bring your feet now towards the bottom right corner of the mat. Bring your left ankle on top. Reach your arms over towards the top right corner. And to deepen it, you can take your right hand towards the left wrist. Give a little stretch. Or your banana.
Take a deep breath in where you are. Exhale everything out. Release the grip. Uncross the ankles. Slide your feet back towards the center. And now that you're entirely in your center line, you can leave the arms overhead if you wish. And as you inhale, press down into the feet. Curl your hips up towards the low ribs. And continue to ride the wave of your inhale as you peel your spine off the mat. Telescoping the ribs up towards the heart, towards the face. And as you exhale, you deflate, you lower down one vertebra at a time, back onto your back. And you repeat for a few cycles, just enhancing the fluidity there of your spine. Maybe going a bit further with breath, with body. Exhale, lower down.